I want to quickly ask you now before we get on to your new manager. Obviously, Kieran McKenna was very heavily linked, and I think that was Town fans always felt Brighton would always be maybe the team he'll go to, or Man United, obviously, because he's a connection. So we were worried when Brighton had that interest. Obviously, he signed a new deal with the club. But as a Brighton fan, how are you thinking about McKenna, being linked and potentially becoming your manager?
I must admit, I was probably similar to you because I spoke to an Ipswich fan at the time, and they said that the same as you said, really, that they would probably be worried if Brighton, of all teams, probably a bit of history with McKenna and in scouting him. It was unforeseen territory, really, for us. It was the arrogance maybe got knocked off our faces quite quickly when he signed that contract. And from a fan's perspective, I like it. I like the fact that he has dedicated the loyalty to you guys, and he's not been jumping the ship at the first option, especially after getting the double promotion like he did. And it's probably good for his career in building. But from probably the Brighton higher-ups perspective, it was one where they looked at and thought, wow, we haven't got a first option. We got Potter when we wanted Potter. We got De Zerbi when we wanted De Zerbi. We didn't get McKenna. Okay, what do we do now? And I think that it did shake it a little bit. And we did take that extra bit of time in appointing Hertzler. And okay, I think we have got a good manager now in Hertzler, and we're not going to look back on it with any regret, hopefully. But maybe there was a little bit of us that thought, we want McKenna, we're going to get McKenna. And then when Chelsea started touting it and United started touting it, I think maybe we did get blown out of the water a little bit.
Well, Ryan, I've been asking this to everybody. How do you reckon Town will do in the Premier League? I was looking at Brighton's sort of record when their first few seasons, it was very much just stay up, and then you establish yourself, European football and stuff. Now, established Premier League team. Can Ipswich Town hopefully follow that trend? Hopefully, but we'll see.
I hope so. I think you'll do all right next season. As I always say to new Premier League fans, it's the second season that's the worst one. Next season you're going to be sort of the overriding emotion of getting Liverpool, Chelsea, United, and City at Portman Road. It's going to be like magic, right? And if you get anything out of them games, it's unbelievable. First seasons are brilliant, and you want to try and enjoy it as much as you can, as much as there are going to be the realities of the Premier League that I cannot stand for the life of me, the VAR and all that sort of stuff that you're going to hate, by the way. And there's no other way of putting that. You're going to hate it. And I promise you that for good. But there are going to be bits that you're going to love. And I really, really do hope you do stay up, because last year we had 3 Premier League clubs come up and all of them are pretty useless, to be honest. And from the get-go, we all expected them to go back down, and they did. So it would be quite nice to see one come up and fight for their place, like Brighton, like Brentford have done in recent times. And I think the way you're set up and the way that you've sort of, as I said, emulated successfully so far and up to date, for your sake, touch wood. But I think that you do have a good chance. You've already made a couple of good signings. I'm sorry to say that, dated this again in this podcast, so I wouldn't do. But so far it looks quite good. So I'm hoping that you do go into the season and compete and try and keep playing your football as much as you can, as much as the Premier League will try and stop you doing that. But yeah, we'll see.